Speaks, and we're back in the building. Listen, y'all know usually, y'all know I come right on at 7:30. So I want you all to do this for me as usual, because we got a special guest and some more special guests coming. I want you all to let me know if you can hear and see me. Let's do this first off, but I'm gonna take a minute, at least a minute, and recognize the young lady you see on the screen here. So first off, I want you all to let me know if you can hear and see me. That's important. So let me know if you can hear and see me. But this is gonna be a full night tonight, y'all. Um, let me know. So I'm waiting. And for one, give him a second, because again, I want to introduce you
I know how it goes.
myself. Um,
Yes, no problem. I'm going to.
so
It's on your page now, right?
yeah, it's on. I'm gonna go on here
Yeah, there
myself.
we go. I can share it.
So we
Yeah.
got one that's on right now. Let me know. AD says she can't get in. Okay, she may need to use Chrome.
Okay.
Right? So we got one trying to get in already. It's gonna be nice tonight. So if you all don't,
I've got to remember I'm the guest, or you want me to? You wanted me to
no,
interview,
you,
right?
I'm considering you both. You hosting with me tonight, but you are the special guest too now.
Okay, we're cool. I have to remember if I'm very rarely interviewed.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
shut up and let them do the talking.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna interview you first, real quick.
Okay.
Not rushing, but I want you to interview the guests with me.
Okay, yeah, we can do it together.
As they come on. So listen, we got one person that's watching. If you don't mind, let me know. Let us know if you can see, if you can hear us. Kimberly Hines. Hey, how you doing, Kimberly? Hey, AD. Uh-oh. Hey, so listen, we got AD in the house. So
What's
listen,
up,
Anthony, I'm gonna go
AD?
ahead.
What's going on, gorgeous?
Oh man, we finna bring it. Come
Beautiful.
on.
I gotta have you. Okay. Let me stop. I gotta stay in my spot.
You're fine. You're fine. So let me go ahead and introduce Alpha first. So listen, y'all. Listen, I've been doing Clint Speaks for over a year and a half now, and I finally got a chance to give Memphis his own media mogul, Afra with yells. Come on, Afra.
What about them
Listen,
yams? Yams. What about them yams?
we got yams. I'm telling you. Listen, y'all. Listen, she's gonna tell you how long she's been doing it. But I'm gonna tell you, I met her some years back when I was in Brandon McMillan's play. We was doing Loving Mr. Wrong, and this is when she was interviewing people in her house, and she welcomed us in, made us feel at home. I never forgot that. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate her for that. So y'all listen, we got Afra in the house, y'all. So Afra, if you don't mind, look, I'm excited. Tell them about yourself, and then we go get to AD. AD ready. So we Afra.
AD, she stay ready so she don't have to get ready. Ain't that right, AD?
Come on,
Girl magic.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So Afra, tell them about yourself. What do you do and how long you been doing this?
Okay. So I do what I do when I do what I do because I love what I do. What I do. I'm a talk show host, a media mogul, an author, a poet, a speaker, a comedian, a businesswoman, baby. What you say?
Loving it.
I am the host of the Yams Talk Show. I am the co-host of the Yams 3C Critical and Conscious Conversations Talk Show. And I have crowned Memphis, Tennessee, y'all, the new Hollywood.
Yeah.
I'm that girl.
I'm telling you. So Amphra, man, I can't say it enough. It's a pleasure having you on here. Amphra has had me on her show, and we just because she is busy, she couldn't. She's just not being able to come on, y'all. So listen, man, we appreciate it.
So I just haven't been on it.
Yeah.
And, I want the world to know that when I did meet Clinton at at Brandon McMillan's play maybe 4 years ago now, I think 2019 or something.
Mm-hmm.
That show was one of my highest rated shows. I have dubbed it Sexual Chocolate on Yams. All those black men, y'all was on there. But every last one of the cast members, you guys, from that night, I'm good friends with right now. not just, you know what I'm saying, just made family with everybody. Everybody that I've interviewed, including my sister right here. You know, the Yams family is growing tremendously.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So listen, Yams. Alfred, we got AD Payne.
Oh my God.
Writer, director, producer.
All that. Author. All that. Listen, Alfred, I'm gonna let you do your thing, but I gotta ask AD, how you been, AD?
Oh, y'all, I've been busy, but I'm thankful.
Yep. Well, you know, I got this from Millionaire Grind. Y'all know Millionaire Grind, right?
Yeah.
He and I talked, and I was trying to book him, I think, last year. And he says we both are booked, busy, and blessed. So that's what we are. We are booked, busy and blessed.
Oh yeah.
You know, because if you booked and you not busy and you ain't blessed, something wrong with your booking.
Something wrong, yeah. that equation is off.
Yes,
blessing is business.
It's business, yeah. And you're doing something that you love. So AD is working on, you guys. I do know her, and I got to get her on. Her and Bianca. You are working on your own web series, right?
Yes, we are working on season 2 of the web series.
Yes. Oh my God, Dick Wolf just joined us. I mean, Jason Wright. I call him the Dick Wolf from Memphis. Hi, Jason. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Jason? You can't? Okay.
I'm going to get back to you, AD, okay? Let's
AD.
Sound check.
Yeah.
So what you got in the works, AD? What's going on with you?
I think I've wrapped on a project I was doing with someone else, some new filmmakers. They're really young. They're in their early 20s. It's called The Network. It's like a little funny, spoofy type thing, and it's really cool. It's weird. I play like a villain.
Wow.
A villain with some magical powers. And then I ended up finishing, and I went to the premiere 2 weeks ago of this film called it's called By Design. I played another villain. I played a Dr. Rollins. She's like an evil scientist. So it was a short film. And this film, you guys, was so amazing. They showed it at the Indie Film Fest 2 weeks ago for teenagers. Teenagers wrote it. Teenagers directed. Teenagers edited. Teenagers filmed it. They did everything. When I say it was the best quality, best professionalism set I have been on in a long time.
That's wonderful. And that was local.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, it was local.
So tell us again the name of it again.
It's called By Design.
By Design. And can it be seen anywhere on any streaming platforms?
You know what? I think she's gonna put it on her YouTube channel once she's done entering in festivals. Yeah. But I think she is gonna send a link out to the cast, and I asked her if I can share it if she sends it to me.
Yes.
And she's getting ready to go to college next year for film production, and she asked me would I write a letter of recommendation. I told her, of course, yes, I will.
Yes. So tell us about your web series. Since this is season 2. Tell us about the concept. Tell us the name of it, and then what gave you the concept of it.
Okay, so the name of it is The Essence of Eternity. You guys, what people don't know is I wrote this in 2016 or 17.
Yeah.
I was sitting at the desk in my job in Southland Mall.
Wow.
And, I was writing it, and of course I talked to Bianca every day.
Yeah.
And so when I talked to her, look at her. So when I talked to her, and I was telling her about it, she said, "Let's shoot it." I said, "We're gonna shoot it with our imagination, baby. I don't have no equipment." And this was in 2018, but we didn't get a chance to really put it up until like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
So it's been in the works. So it's a drama about family, about 2 sisters that look at life in 2 totally different ways. We have one sister, which is Essence. She Essence, the character, the lead, is called The Essence of Eternity. And when I first wrote it, people were like, "Ooh, is this about the spirit or something?" I was like, "No, it's just a play on words. They're sisters."
Yeah.
So Essence, she's more of a free spirited sister, which is played by Bianca. And Eternity, which is me, played by me, she's more of a career woman.
Okay.
And they both going through love problems, love triangles, and things with career. Like Essence, she don't want to work, she ain't got no job.
Oh, okay.
Eternity, she got a job, but baby, she gonna do whatever it takes to get to the top, and that's not good either.
Yeah. So,
So
I love the way you did to play on the words, because the essence of eternity initially sounds like some type of romance type of play, but that is actually two characters' names. Oh, I love that idea already. So how long have you been writing?
Ooh, I've really started writing. I started writing, I would say, really professionally, maybe in my late 30s.
Okay.
Maybe over 10 years ago.
Okay.
But I've always written. No, I take that back. I actually wrote a feature years ago on my son. His birthday is tomorrow. He'll be 12. So I wrote a feature when he was like 3 years old. I wrote a feature for someone.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was my first. It was my first feature length.
Okay.
And I know Chad gonna start frowning in a minute because I'm talking about it.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, but we gotta let the people know though, because like Anthony would tell you, people just don't understand. Tevin said it in the comments. AD, Memphis been the Hollywood. We've been the original Hollywood, and people just don't understand. We got some major right here on this screen. AD, Chad, Bianca. I'm saying, man, I'm telling you, man. Listen, people need to know what's going on in Memphis. How can they look at your show and everything?
Yes, they do.
Yes. Chad, the winner, Australians, baby. I couldn't hear you. What you saying?
At the beginning.
Oh yeah, when I first wrote that feature, it was called Crest Life, and I wrote it for someone. It's called Crest Life. CREST Life. It's about a young man that was about to get involved in gangs, but he ended up getting in a motorcycle gang. But the motorcycle gang was more helpful to him, getting away from like the bad gangs and the killing and stuff. So he got to the motorcycle gang, which the motorcycle gang, it had its trouble, but it wasn't too detrimental to his life. And this was a biography for him.
Wow. So you've probably been writing your whole life then. Somebody has their volume up or something. Yeah. Mute your backgrounds there. Probably you, Chad, ain't it?
Chad, yeah, I'm about to go off on Bianca. I apologize. I won't do it. Let me move myself.
Cause see, y'all gonna make me cuss. I'm trying not to cuss. This ain't my show.
AD. Hey, I gotta ask y'all before we go any further. AD, who was that young lady sitting next to Chad in the car? Who was that?
Man, this little young chick, this little young tenderoni, Bianca McMillan, filmmaker, director, actress, coach, wannabe singer, you know.
Prince DJ baby mama.
Oh man!
You know what? She is in the show, the Essence of Eternity. She is Prince DJ baby mama.
Wow!
And all those films, all those little shorts that her and Prince and Chad do is just off the chain.
Oh yeah,
and just, you know,
they are amazing.
But you
love it.
You also, you are an actor also. So tell us about how you started acting.
Oh, me? I actually started acting in elementary school in the 4th grade. I was a mouse in Cinderella.
Wow.
Okay. I'm laughing because hell, I didn't know no mouse parts in Cinderella.
Yeah. We were singing and dancing and telling her what to do. You know, the mice were the ones that helped her get her gown together before the sisters choreo and stuff.
Yeah, I get CRS. I can't remember that. That's been a long time since I Good for you.
I got bit by the performing arts bug at a very young age. Now, that was my first show, but even when I was younger, in like kindergarten, I always would jump in front of the old school video cameras and record myself dancing and singing and acting stuff out. You know, it wasn't a lot of, I grew up in the hood, so it wasn't a lot of performing arts school, but we always had Porter Gym. I grew up in South Memphis, so we had dance instructors and stuff. And so I used to go to Porter Gym over there by Georgia Avenue Elementary, and I used to dance and do theater and stuff there in the hood at the community center. So that really helped me a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So let me let me ask you, AD. Stay. Well, in other words, stay right there. Don't go anywhere for right now. I'm gonna come back to you,
Okay.
Chadwick. What's going on, Chad?
Did you
I
call him
always
Chadwick?
best when I call him Chadwick.
I let a
Wait
couple
minute
people
now.
call me Chadwick. Not a lot.
I do too. I do too.
Okay, but is Chadwick your real
No,
name?
ma'am. No.
Okay.
Just
No.
Chad.
Because I was gonna say Black Panther in Memphis already. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let Mr. Baldwin have that one.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
telling you. Hey, Chad. So what's
Yes,
been
sir.
going on with you, man? So if people are watching right now, what can they expect from Chad that's coming up soon, man? What's going on with you?
Man. So why the reason I have Bianca in my car is we just finished doing the photo shoot for the cover for Friend of Me the movie. So we just shot those photos today. So that'll be coming out really soon. We'll be filming in November. So you guys will be seeing the cover hopefully the next week or two.
Yes.
So that's the very next thing that'll be coming up. So I'm excited about that. I've
That's
been
a
wanting to
big
do this for a
project.
while.
So let me just tell you guys. I'm sorry. See, I jumped in and I forgot I ain't the host.
You're fine.
You're good.
Wait a minute, you guys. For you guys that don't know, Chad Rose is my brother. He is someone that's very special to me too. I met him. I don't know what play. Steve Brown's play, wasn't it? I think.
Yep.
That's what the first time I saw him acting, and we're family now. And I've seen a lot of plays since I've been doing this since 2016. You guys, I started doing the plays. I think about 2017 or 18. And Friend of Me, the very first play that you wrote, I could watch it over and over and over and over
I'm
again.
telling you.
I have
Thank
never
you.
missed one of the shows.
Amazing.
Never.
It's so amazing.
Never.
Yes.
Never.
It's so amazing, you
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
And
y'all.
I've watched Chad Grove take that little Urkel character with them that socks on and them skinny jeans and that sweater and that collar. And I've watched him grow into this writer, director, producer of not only plays, but those skits that him and Prince DJ do and all of that. I'm like, I'm saluting you, my brother. I already given him a Yams Award a couple of years ago for
Yes,
Friend of Me, you
ma'am.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
Your writing and your consciousness and how you write and how you craft a story, you're in a lane by yourself.
Thank you.
Truthfully.
Thank you.
For me,
Thank
you know
you.
what I mean?
Thank you.
I don't mean that to diss anyone else's thing, but I've
Absolutely.
watched you grow, my brother.
Yeah.
You have from the very beginning.
From the beginning. I'm never going. If I miss something, I'm in the hospital or something. Because I'm not gonna ever miss a play of Chad Rose.
And look,
I'll be
that
worried
was
about
his
it
first
till you
one
know.
he did, Friend of Me.
That was first.
And he, man, I felt so honored when I got that call, Amber. I was like, man, I'm honored. He kept saying, I'm honored. I'm like, dude.
Man, I
he was-
swear.
But that's because when people honor each other, that's because they respect each other's
Yeah.
work and what they do in their
Yeah.
lives. You can't have honor without
I'm
respect.
telling you.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Chad, how long
I
have you
done
been
that.
acting, man?
I moved back to Memphis 2011 and I started acting in 2014.
Speak up a little bit, Chad.
Yeah, I
Can you
can barely hear you. Barely.
Okay, let me take it off of this.
Speak up. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Now you look like a puppet.
Can you hear me better that way?
Yes, that's better.
Okay. Off of the earpiece sometimes does the same. I know this right. But I moved back in Memphis in 2010 and I started acting in 2014.
Okay.
Had you had any previous acting before that?
Nothing.
Nothing in church or nothing?
No, I was actually at how it started. I was singing karaoke at Memphis Sound when it was down in the basement. I don't know if y'all remember that. But
Yep.
Yep,
Downtown.
I remember.
Playwright named Gloria Worthy. She after I got through singing, she walked up to me. She's like, "Have you ever acted before?" I said, "No." She's like, "I really like your voice. I would like for you to audition." And audition for the leading role for this really little church in West Memphis. You probably could fit 20 people in there. And that's when I started. And that's when the bug bit me.
Bit you.
Wow.
Yeah, it bit me
It
hard.
took a bite out your butt, boy. I'm telling you.
It bit me hard.
So then, was Steve? When did you know Steve Brown? Did you have to audition for the Work Husband? Had you met him prior to that?
No, I started working with Steve in a play that young man named Taurus. I cannot remember his last name.
Okay.
But he did a play. Me and Steve was in that play together, and we kind of grew a bond in that play. And
Oh
then
yeah.
Steve wrote Me and Gossip 2 and called me and asked me to audition for that. So I came in, read for it, and I got the part, and we've been like this ever since.
Rolling ever since. So then when did you get bit by the writing bug? Did you already have it?
No.
And it just, you probably already had it, but what inspired you to branch out and start writing for yourself and directing and producing?
My story is so weird, much weirder than everybody, I guess. But
That's okay. It's your truth, baby. Tell us your truth.
Don't judge it. I wasn't writing anything. I had a tragic moment in my life that made me start writing, which friend of me came
So it was therapy for you.
It was
writing.
Absolutely.
It was therapy. Writing is therapeutic.
Yeah. So it was friend of me was pretty easy to write because it was 70 or 80% of it was my life. Like a lot of it really happened. Yeah, I threw a lot of the comedian stuff in there, but other than that, that's when I started.
And changed the names to protect the guilty.
Exactly.
Not the innocent, the guilty.
Guilty know who they are. They know who they are.
Well, whatever, I think everything comes into our lives. The greatest love songs come from somebody having a heartache.
Absolutely. Yep.
And so writing is therapeutic, but then you take that therapeutic purging from your soul, whether it's good, bad, right, or wrong. That's what creativity steps in, and then you can bless somebody else with it, with your gift. Okay, sound like somebody crank up the car. Who just joined us? Okay. Look at the superstar comedian out here.
There she go. There she go.
Hey, Latoya. So, Frenemy now is coming out. You're going to be producing it to a full feature film or a short film?
Full feature. We ain't doing no more short films. We doing all full features. I'm not canceling the short films out. I'm just saying that's you do what you want to do. This is mine.
Okay, baby. Don't answer the answers of eternity, y'all, boo.
She ain't even in the film.
Let's read some comments. You guys. You want to read some comments? You want me to read them, Chad? I don't know.
You can. You can.
Okay. Jay Moore, comedian Jay Moore says Memphis got some talented ass people. Yeah. Mimi Reynolds says, hey y'all. Kimberly Boyd Sims says, good evening, everyone. Clint, you say, what's up, Zay? Lovely Vale is watching. Hi, Lovely. What's up? She's an actor too. Let's see. Love Quality. Mike Love is watching. Hi, Ray Austin. Hello, everybody. This is Infra, the Yams Talk Show. We are live on the Clinton Speaks tonight, you guys, in Memphis, the new Hollywood, baby. Yes, we are. We are interviewing right now Chad Rose, writer, director, producer, actor. A.D. Payne, she keeps coming in and out. She's an actor, writer, director, producer. And we just had a superstar. She's an actor, a comedian. She owns her own comedy club right here in Memphis, the new Hollywood. Miss Latoya Tennille at the Comedy Joint. Welcome. Can you hear us, Toya? Okay, she can't hear us.
Alfred.
Look. This is a reunion.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And before we get to them, you guys, there's one other person sitting next to Chad, his twin, my twin. Put her head in.
Please put Bianca on the screen, man.
Bianca McMillan. Welcome, my sister.
I'm telling you. Hey, so listen, while we got y'all on the screen, AD, Bianca, Chad, Toya, Princeton, let the people know, and Alfred, you can go one by one. Let them know what you do and where they can see your work. We're trying to get you out there.
Yes.
So AD,
What's up,
Princeton,
AD?
Princeton,
Oh, Bianca, Lord have mercy.
Princeton, you need some more light, brother. Turn the light on in the top of the room next to this.
Okay.
You look dark.
Give me a second.
We need some light. You know about lights, camera, and action. Come on now. I like to be professional, you guys. While Princeton is doing that, I put that camera back on Bianca. There you go, Princeton. Bianca, you guys, McMillan is my twin. I met her at a Princeton James Productions about 4 or 5 years ago. She is now in some productions at Tyler Perry Studios on BET Plus. So let's Yes, you guys, BET Plus.
And she killed it. She killed it.
Killing it.
She did.
Amazing talent. Amazing.
Amazing. So before we just get started with Bianca, I have to tell you how I met her and how we became family. I went to my very first PJP production downtown somewhere, a little white building. I don't know the name of it now. And I didn't know what to expect, Princeton. You know, I want to go to a dinner, a murder mystery. And I get there, it's good food, playing music. I sit down. Bianca comes sit next to me. We start talking like we both paid our money for the tickets. You know, we just talking. Hey, girl. Hey, sister, you're so cute. Welcome. I asked her, you ever been to a pre-JP production? This is my first time. Lying real bad.
Baby, P didn't play about staying in character. I had to, twin. I had to. He don't play.
I didn't know that. So then the show opens and things happen, and she runs her butt up front where the action is, and I gave her a look like, you low down. We bonded that night, you guys. I've been to I met Princeton that night, and we've been family ever since.
Thank you for coming too. We really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Yeah. What's going on, Bianca Richmond?
Be in the house.
That's about your experience. How'd you get started,
Bianca? It's like one big reunion, I'm telling you.
It is. It's a year's reunion. It goes to show all of us we have a purpose. And like Princeton says, a gift. And so all the people in our circles prior to us doing and walking in our gifts are probably not in our lives that much right now. Because this is what bonds people together. It's called purpose. And I've been telling people that when you find your purpose, it's when you finally fall in love for the first time in your life. Because purpose is what we should be living on earth in the first place. It fulfills you better than sex, drugs, alcohol, all that kind of stuff. Purpose is what we all have here today. And purpose bonds people together. So how'd you get started? Bianca, I know you was acting when you came out your mama's womb, weren't you? Bianca.
Me?
You hear me?
No. So no, I wasn't. I got started. I'm gonna keep it real short, y'all. So I know it's like 85 folks. So look, I got started in high school. I was 16 years old. I got that new schedule, and that just said drama. I said, hold on now. I'm a little shy. I don't know these folks. Y'all want me to get on stage and do what? Act. What is that? I didn't have that growing up. Shout out to So I called my mom and I was like, Mom, come change my schedule. Come change it now. Get me out this class. She never did show up. She said, I'm at work, girl. Get the hell off my phone. I'm not coming up there. So I stayed in, y'all. I think a week later before spring break, they had auditions for Dream Girls. Go
ahead now.
I'm just playing. So they was like,
don't do it. Don't do it.
Everybody always said I kind of favor Effie back in the day, and I did. You know what I'm saying?
You do.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, what about the singing part though? She was like, well, luckily we're gonna lip sync. I was like, okay. So I went home. The movie had just came out. I got the movie on bootleg. I told my dad, I said, get the movie on bootleg. I studied that movie from top to bottom. Went to the audition next week, got the part, and I've been acting ever since, you know?
So let me ask you this. Which Dreams Girls are you talking about? The one with Beyonce or the original one with Jennifer?
No, the one with Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson. That's the one we did.
Okay, back in like 207 or something like that. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I graduated in 2009. I think the movie came out in 2008, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so Bianca. So let me ask you this, Bianca.
I went to some acting classes and I met Princeton there.
Yeah, I was
classes. Did my first show with the great Miss Ruby O'Gray, met AD.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Bianca, let me ask you this. So what do you have coming up and what can the people look forward to seeing you in?
Well, right now I'm currently on tour with the Soulful Murder Mystery. We are going global, baby. We all around the world. Just got back from Houston. That's amazing. Got some projects with AD. Got a web series. We're on season 2, The Essence of Eternity. I got some things that I'm working on. By myself. I want to, keep it under wraps, but we're working on it. I don't like to speak about it. I like to speak on it and manifest, but I don't.
But
I'm kind of weird in the head, y'all. But yeah,
tell us you're on BET Plus right now.
Yes, and I have the Michael Blackson show is on BET Plus. Okay. Y'all go check it out if you got
cool.
Plus. If you don't got it, it's only $10 a month.
So what we doing do not. Hey, everybody on the panel, do not get offended what we gonna do, because I don't want people to just be sitting there. We gonna keep rolling. I want y'all to let people know what you got going, who you are, because we got to get y'all out there. I appreciate you, Bianca. I'm glad you're here. See you. I appreciate it. AD, because we got to get my boy Preston too. AD, we got to get to the other Bianca. We got to get to Toya. Hey, man, I'm loving this. AD,
y'all got the GOAT Preston on here, baby. The GOAT Preston and Bianca.
Preston, you got your own lane, your own highway, your own bridge, your own river, your own mountain.
Hey, look, I got to tell y'all this story about Princeton real quick. So Princeton allowed me to be in one of his Soulful Murder Mysteries. And here I come to rehearsal. And one time after, I done decided to bring food. I done brought chips. And Princeton, so professional, dude, he looked at me, he said, Clint, don't do that no more. I said, my bad, man. My bad, man. He said, Bianca. He said, listen, you bring this stuff, we ain't gonna never rehearse. People ain't gonna want that. I said, I'm sorry. And Princeton let people know, listen, I'm serious about this. This ain't no Negro business. I'm a businessman. I said,
don't tell him what I said.
I said, I love that dude, man, because he got that business. So Princeton, real quickly, man, tell us who you are, man. How long you been doing this, and what you got going, and how they can see you, man.
First, I want to thank you for sharing your platform, and thank you for having me, and thank you, Yams, for all you do. And I'm happy to share space with all you great people, and so happy to see my gangsters.
Speak up a little bit, Princeton.
I'm so happy.
Speak up some.
Can you hear me good now? Can everybody hear me good now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just
speak up a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm super grateful to be here with all y'all. So thank you for this opportunity. But yeah, I'm from Coldwater, Mississippi. Just grateful to be operating in my gift. God gave me a vision of a stage play back in 2016. I quit my job after he said people will suffer if you don't operate in your gift. And we've been going strong since 2016, just stepping out on faith. But coming up this, we're going. This year was our first year. We attempted a tour, and it has been going well. But so we'll be back. We'll do getting released on Friday, but we'll be doing 4 cities in October. We'll go back to Houston, then Dallas, and Atlanta, and Memphis. And then next year we plan on hitting about 15 or 20 cities. God say the same. And then I haven't done a traditional stage play, like a proscenium style stage play, in about 5 years. Wow. But I am back I'm reviving my stage play next year, so I am gonna bring that back to the stage. And I'm also working on developing some film, TV as well. So and just navigate history and want to evolve that into and create spaces in other cities. And we got some other like I said, that are under wraps that I'm just praying around it. But one thing about it is I try to work on myself more than I work on my business, and I know my business would be successful. So I'm working on
Come on, say that one more time. Work on yourself.
More than you work on your business. Way more than you work on your career. You work on yourself and learn how to because the quickest way to tank a company is unchecked ego. So if you learn how to deconstruct your own ego and operate in integrity and morals, all the rest of it
come on now. So, we're gonna pass the collection plate in a few minutes, okay? Because you preaching, my brother. You teaching is what really.
But I'm grateful to be here.
You teach.
Always grateful to share space with other artists. So
that's
happy to be in community.
And what I love about you, Princeton, is after every production, you give us like a 2 or 3 minute testimony of how you got started. And you're famous now for talking about how you went to see went to church one Sunday, and our preacher said, if you're not operating your gift, people will suffer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it changed your life.
Yeah, I left my job that Tuesday, terrified. And all of us know it's not easy. Like doing plays, doing stage plays, it's probably like the hardest thing that all of us. I know it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. I probably can speak for everybody else. Yeah. And I'll say the things that some people probably won't say. The hardest part is not writing, it's not producing, it's not even selling the tickets. It's managing the people.
It's managing the people.
That's the hardest part of it. It's the hardest part. But it's also one of the most rewarding parts is managing the people and being able to share space with those people. So I'm just super grateful to be able to operate in my gifts because I know it ain't for me, it's through me. So I'm just grateful to be able to
say that.
Grateful to be able to.
You put that on a t-shirt, it ain't for me, it's through me. Man, come on. It ain't for me, it's through me. The gift ain't for you, it's for the world.
For the world. I know that. You're just a vessel. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank y'all for just having me on here.
Hey, Princeton.
I
Before
told
you go, if you don't mind, put your information in there. If there's a website link, whatever you need, put it in the chats in the comments, man. Because people need to see that y'all are here, man. Now, I'm doing the podcasting and speaking, but y'all are in this, man. So people need to know when they say Amphra and Princeton, y'all ain't nothing to do in Memphis. Oh, there's some people here where you can go and listen. Tyler Perry is not the only dude that's doing film and stage plays. We got some very talented people right here. So put your information in, whatever it is. And he is.
Man, why I put it at? You know, I'm an old man.
Just put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
I can't find it. Ever since you told me, I'm looking for it.
Don't worry about
it. There's nothing in there for me. Bianca, reach me. Don't be laughing. That's my gangster friend. You talking about me in rehearsal?
Right quick, you guys, and read some of the comments so we can keep the audience engaged here. You know what I'm saying?
Thank y'all.
Jay Moore says, Tokyo Clint. he meant the other word. My co-host Robert Johnson from Detroit is watching. He says Memphis is the new Hollywood. Oh my God. Tredarius Stark says Amphra Yams is in the building. Is it that thing? Yeah. Jay Moore says, feel free to come on a little later and let the people know what you have coming up with your productions. Who said that? You did. You did. Okay. Jamal says, I see you. CJ Neville says, my folks. Michael Vincent says 100. And Jay Moore says, Princeton never answers the phone. He said, Princeton never answers the phone, echoes.
You can get him the answer. They can get you to answer the phone. They just got to know how.
They got to know how.
That's
how people tell me. You don't never call me back. I call the people back I want to call back.
I got to know how to get me to answer the phone.
And so,
go ahead.
AD, I know AD has been on here, her and Chad. So if y'all don't mind, AD, let the people know what you got going on and put it in the comments as well before y'all go. Because we gonna keep moving, y'all. AD, let us know what you got going or coming up. AD Payne.
Okay. I spoke a little earlier. Know about anybody was here. I have The Essence of Eternity coming up. It is filmed and edited by 2 women and an iPhone. Bianca is the woman that's editing and she's directing and she's yelling at me. She's being mean. She's cursing me out. She's dragging me by my hair. For real. So, yeah. And
some glass.
Yeah. So, and she is the lead. She is the lead in there. If you guys want to go to the YouTube channel and watch the first season.
Okay.
Put it in there, AD. Put it
everything
in the comments so they can find you.
The Essence of Eternity. Write that in. You want me to type that in?
I can type it in for you.
Eternity on YouTube?
Yes, I'm gonna type the YouTube handle in there. And also, excuse me, guys, I'm an author and I got my 3rd book getting ready to come out. It should come out towards the end of this month. It's still with my editor. Yes. My first 2 books are on Amazon, and you could just type in my first and last name, which is Alonia Payne, on Amazon.
You know you guys.
Like I was telling them,
you guys spell that Alonia now. Yeah, you know you guys spell.
Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Okay, it is all on ya, but I'm gonna put it in there. That's how you spell it. All on ya. That's how you spell it.
Okay.
All right. And I was telling them earlier, I just wrapped on 2 films I did. I went to a movie premiere 2 weeks ago with a film I was in. It was a short film at the Indie Film Fest, written by teenagers, directed by teenagers, edited by teenagers. They're getting ready to go to college for film and production. I'm going to write them letters of recommendation. Lately, I just started back applying for more festivals with the Essence of Eternity. We've been getting a lot of bites. We've been getting nominations, but we haven't won that money yet.
It's okay.
You know, we haven't won it yet, but we're out there. We're out there. A lot of people really like it. Last year we got selected to be the episode was shown at the Black Writers Festival in Atlanta, Georgia last year. Wow. I went there and they showed episode 2. So that was pretty cool. So that's what I have going on right now. Working on my book. Finishing up The Essence of Eternity. We have 1 more episode to film. We're actually an episode and a half because Bianca told me I need to write some more. So I've been writing today, and I actually finished another scene for her because she tell me what to do.
On YouTube of Essence of Eternity, I can go see it on YouTube. You said?
Yes, the first season. The second season isn't out yet.
Okay, I got you.
Oh,
All right, so who we go to now?
we're
Bianca
gonna
Richmond?
Chad. I know he's been on here for a while. We're gonna ask Chad to go ahead and.
I don't see Chad no more. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Bianca's
Well,
Chad. Bianca, switch on to Chad.
well, we're not gonna promote doing a podcast and driving. I'm just talking. Okay, you just
Y'all driving? Come on now.
okay.
Come on
My
now.
life is anyway. My life in here. I'm not gonna look at you and drive. Well, I hope not. Actually,
Chad, you
when
driving?
you're on stage, you don't have to look at the person. Okay, I ain't gonna start. Go ahead.
Be safe.
They into it off camera. Man. So Chad, what you got coming up so the people can come see you, man?
So yeah, like I said, we filming Friend of Me the movie November. I'm writing on my third play right now, which we'll be doing that. It's gonna be called Till Death, and hopefully hit the stage end of April, beginning or end of April. I haven't decided yet. So those two things we got coming up. The 3 times.
He couldn't stay, you guys. He has to go.
Say what?
Kristen had to go, you guys. Kristen, he couldn't stay on. He said, "Okay."
AD, you put that in the private chat. Put it in the comments for the public, for the people. Yeah. You're good. You're fine.
Okay, let's keep it moving, you guys.
All right. So we've got who else? We got
Bianca
Richmond.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Hey, superstar.
That's my folk right there. What's going on, Bianca?
Hey y'all.
Oh, man.
Speak up, Bianca.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Speak up just a little bit.
Hey y'all.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm fine. How are y'all?
Let the baby show her head. You know when you since
No, she agitated.
Oh, okay. Don't we don't want to mess her up then. But welcome. Oh, look, here I am. Chad, I took over again.
You're fine.
So Bianca, you guys, is a guest that she's one of the first. I think you might have been in a play that one of the first interviews of plays that I did back way 2018 or something. Yeah, with Natasha Clay Hill, you guys, is how I met her and Mouthpiece and several other people. And I fell in love with her and her son, who's a teenager, graduating now, right?
Yes, he is a senior.
Yeah, and she's an actress. I met her as an actress, and about 2 years ago, she wrote two years ago a book called "Married to a Cheater in Love with a Husband." Brandon says he's here, Brandon McMillan, and she turned that book into a hit stage play. You guys, starring one of our family members here in Memphis who is now gone, Tasha Gibson. And you did two of those shows?
3.
2 or 3?
We did 3.
3? Oh my God. And her son is an actor too. Tell us what inspired you first to act, and then how you got into writing.
Well, acting came just from school, like Bianca said. Actually getting thrown into the class with absolutely nothing. So it was actually a created class, and it was just basically just something extra to do. I didn't want to be in no math class or nothing, so I'm like, well, what the heck? And I end up enjoying it. Then Natasha reached out to me about being in one of her plays, so that was like really the first like play here in Memphis that I actually did that with Clint actually.
Yep.
And what was the name of that play? What was the name of it? Something about
Undercover. What is it? Uncovered Church Folks.
Yeah, Uncovered Church Folks.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Brandon McMillan has joined us. Wow.
So
this is a new Hollywood.
So did that, and then the book writing came from personal pain. So I got married, went through a divorce, and I just turned my pain into pages. Didn't know how to write a book the first.
That's okay.
But
the writing was therapeutic for you, right?
It was absolutely therapeutic. And I actually sold over 5,000 copies. So
wow.
I remember.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Man.
I remember.
So it's all about just being connected and networking with the right people.
Yeah.
We ended up traveling to Atlanta and meeting this one person that really was that believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. So ended up getting connected and posting it on Amazon and other like platforms like
and this is the book, right?
This is the book. So so it actually, and then just selling personal copies. So I'm proud of it. So I'm actually about to release book number 2.
Good for you.
If y'all know me, y'all know I'm not the one that actually post. Y'all know I'm not the one that actually posts, so much things that's going on. Y'all hold on for a second. She just
go take care of her and come back.
You're fine. You're fine.
Hi, Brandon.
What?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're good, B. We're good. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. Y'all all right?
Everything good, man. It's good to see you, bro.
Bianca and Latoya.
Brandon, we like that old song y'all probably don't even remember by Kool and Gang. We Hollywood swinging tonight here, y'all.
Hollywood swinging.
The new Hollywood. You okay, Bianca? Can we move on to Latoya and come back to you, or you want to keep talking?
Fine. But I'm just about to release my second book. I'm actually going to, I think next week I'll post the cover of it. So it's A Taste of Betrayal. So
how can they find it?
Congratulations.
So it'll be the same platform. I sell it personally on the website and Amazon, but I think I'm going to do an actually book tour this time.
Awesome.
Yeah. Good for you. And there's so many ways to do that now too, those book tours, and still be comfortable. So congratulations. Are you going to hit the stage anytime in the future?
I don't know. I really don't know. Losing Tasha kind of really like, like I know I won't repeat that play again because I can't.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah,
I just can't.
Yeah.
So as doing something different, I have been working on turning it into a film. That's what I've been working on.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
So I'm actually working with my friend out of Atlanta. And so we've been basically together writing, and I actually hired someone to actually do the film writing. So
awesome.
Of the new project you're working on, or the first project?
The last.
Yes, because that was absolutely a genius. That whole title and the whole storyline.
Man,
was awesome.
Look, I had so much fun in that play.
Yes,
she man, look.
Bianca was in it, Prince DJ.
She let me be myself. I was in there cutting up. I was adding stuff after. I was adding stuff while we were rehearsing. Look, I was doing stuff, and she was like, keep that.
He was like 3 people in the play, like literally 3 people.
Oh man, we had fun. Well, Bianca, look, we appreciate you. Like we don't want to just hold you on. So listen, put any information in the chat so people can find you. They can find your book. They can find what you're doing. Before you go though, you actually have a spot that people can rent out, right?
Yes. You still doing that?
I come back.
Okay. All right. So listen, we got Toya in the house, Amber.
Yes.
Man.
Hey.
Toya. Come on. Look, Amber told me, she said, dang.
Right here, y'all. Black history maker right here. The first woman, female here in Memphis.
Come on.
Huh? You could have Amber. Welcome, Toya.
Yes. Thank y'all for having me. Been really dope. This has been really dope. I've been jumping in. I know this. My club is Slicker Community Center too now. So it's a community center. So I'm sitting here now. I'm sorting through donations.
Wow.
And, I had 6 kids. Now I got 3 more, and they showed up tonight. So of course, I let them in, and I make them.
From Clint Speaks and the Yams Talk Show on FIG Productions, we salute you. When Clint called me last night and asked for some names for some talented people he could talk to, I said, call her. Then I gave him your name.
I'm telling you.
Because she is setting the world on fire. She's having a comedy boot club for women coming up. You guys, if you want to try comedy,
Man.
You got to check out the comedy joint. This woman has made history. She's a Yams phenomenal woman, Black history maker right here. We don't have to go look for other people doing things right here because we have our own everything right here in Memphis, the new Hollywood. Congratulations, my sister.
Thank you. I was so honored when he called me and asked me. I was like, me? Like, I'm like, me? Like, it's really it's a really amazing feeling to be brought up in those conversations. Who else finna kill?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
And she's a stand-up comedian herself, you guys. What got you into comedy, Toya? How did you probably were clowning your whole life?
It's crazy. I think I have been clowning my whole life, but you like to say, okay, I'm gonna be a comedian. That doesn't sound realistic. I mean, that not to me. It does not sound realistic, right?
Yeah.
So
profitable.
So 13 years ago, I worked in Comcast call center.
Okay.
Comcast call center, and I would cut up in training class every day. Cut up in training class, and it's like this lady named Miss Doris was like, it was so funny. You should do comedy. At the time, I was 30 years old. I had 2 babies. I was a single mom. And I was actually in college to be a history teacher. And I was going to school to be a history teacher. So that way I could be out of school the same. I could be away out of work the same time my kids were out of school. Because the struggle was trying to find somebody to watch my kids. Yeah. School would be out. Because I worked a 1 to 10 class. And so she was like, you are really funny. I was like, yeah, whatever. Oh, yeah. I'm 30 years old. Who starts comedy at 30? And so she left. Yeah. But she called me every day and was like, you should do comedy. You should do comedy. You should do comedy. I said, okay, lady, if I find somewhere to do it and do it one time, will you leave me alone? She said, if you just try one time, I'll leave you alone. And at the same time, I had started visiting her church, and the pastor preached about purpose. And he said, when you're preaching about purpose, he said, spend 10 minutes a day working towards your dreams and your goals. And at the time, I had a thing for event planning. I like planning events. But Miss Doris had planted the seed in me being a comedian. So I spent 10 minutes event planning and then 10 minutes writing jokes.
Wow.
And so I right. And so the next step was, okay, let me find somewhere to do comedy. Because I didn't know that Memphis had a comedy scene. Only comedians I know are the famous TV. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let me find somewhere to do comedy. Because I think once I tell her I can't find nowhere, then the idea is done. Alone. Yeah. I found somewhere, and at the time, hold on one second.
Bianca, what? So tell us. You was going to tell us about your spot you have. I want people to know what you got going.
Oh, it's the event space, Sky Room. Yeah. Yeah. So we have an event venue in Olive Branch. So it's been actually doing good. We actually been booked out for the past 11 weeks. Booked out every weekend for the past 11 weeks. So yeah.
Tell us the name of it.
It's Sky Room Event Hall in Olive Branch. So go ahead. So it's doing good.
Good for you.
Make sure you type it in the public comment section so they can get it spelled correctly and know where you are, the address and everything. They need to know how to get your book. If you have any links, put it in there.
Yeah. Let's say hi to hey Dee Dee, hey Jackie, Latavia Ford says hello. Darius says amazing Toya. Someone says hey Aunt Doris. Okay, I don't know who they're talking about. Who's Aunt Doris?
I'm putting it in the comments. I'm trying to help you out, Alpha. So that's me typing in the comments.
That's just typing that in.
Yeah. So as I see people come on, I'm trying to.
Oh, okay. I'm like, who Aunt Doris on here? That's a guess I don't know nothing about. But, okay, go ahead, Latoya, so we can get to Brandon, because Brandon, you're in rehearsal, aren't you?
Yes.
No rehearsal today. No rehearsal today.
Oh, okay. We'll let Latoya finish telling us her testimony.
So pretty much, I found somewhere to do comedy. Zodiac Lounge at the time was having open mic on Wednesday nights.
Speak up.
I said so. Pretty much, Zodiac Lounge.
Oh, she went out. Brandon McMillan, what's going on, man?
Productions is in the building. How y'all doing?
Okay, here I go again.
Okay.
Okay, so Zodiac Lounge was having open mic night, so I went one Wednesday night to watch to see how I go, and then the next Wednesday was gonna be my debut. And then a guy called me and told me that it was canceled. I'm like, cool, I'm off the hook. I ain't got to do it. And then I got a call 15 minutes later saying, hey, we're going to do it anyway. It's some women up here clowning. So we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So I'm like, okay, now I got to do it for real. So I get and I go, and the women that are clowning are my cousins. My cousins are the one that are up there clowning.
Okay.
So June 2nd, 2010, I told my first joke at Zodiac Lounge. And so I did it that Wednesday night, and they said, come back next week. I was like, next week?
Huh?
Like next week?
So you did bomb. Evidently you did bomb on your first night.
Not bomb. So I did this. I went Wednesday after Wednesday after Wednesday after Wednesday. I want to say by around week 6, word got out that it was a woman, it was a girl on the scene.
Wow.
And thank you.
People kind of like
a star was born.
Yeah, it was like the girl, it's a girl do comedy now, Miss Vivacious. That was my name back then. Miss Vivacious.
What?
Miss Vivacious was my first stage name. Miss
Vivacious. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, Miss Vivacious.
Yeah.
Yes.
So by around week 6, word got out there was a girl on the scene. And so people started calling me and asking me to come here, come there, come here, come there. My first big show was with Ashley Dean. She had, her Ashley Dean's fashion called Sorry for the Wait.
Okay, I don't know.
And I had been doing comedy for 2 months, and she booked me to do that fashion show. And after that, the calls and stuff just started coming left and right.
Do you ever get stage fright?
Of course. Every time because I don't know, like, it's not automatic that people are going to get you. It's not going to last. I don't know what to expect every time I hit that stage. So I'm afraid. Am I going to do it? Yeah. Hell yeah, I'm still going to do it. But I'm still afraid right before I have to hit that stage.
Oh yeah, I got you. That's just normal. Yeah, that's normal for anybody. But once you hit that stage, your fear is gone and you let your gift come through because you're funny. First time I saw you was at one of Steve's events that he had. I think it was down at the on Madison down there. Mm-hmm. His music, mics, and monologue.
Yes,
I believe. And then I saw you a few months later. You was up here in Raleigh with him when Mouthpiece was the guest or whatever. And I thought, oh my gosh, she's funny, you guys. And now she owns her own club, you guys. Wow. So you went from getting up in a history class or whatever you said in the beginning to now making history. And I just want you to know that you make Memphis proud and Black women proud. I'm telling you, all the posts and everything, you guys. I fell in love with you the first time I saw you. I thought you had a gift.
I definitely love you too.
And she's funny, you guys. What made you decide to open your own comedy place here in Memphis?
And where is it at?
So
it's located at 4330 American Way, near the corner of American and Cherry. If you are from Memphis, it's next to where the Mall of Memphis used to be.
Yeah.
So there's that. What made me want to open my own club? I would say it was not a dream of mine. When I started comedy, I wanted to be this big. I want to be the next Monique some more. That was huge comedian, and I want to go on tour, and I want to do type stuff. But what happens is we don't get to choose our path.
Say that.
We don't get to always choose our path. And when God says do something, you have to do it. And if you don't, you're not going to leave you alone until you do it. Even down to the point to where if you don't, he will show you why you should.
Yeah.
And so
or give it to somebody else.
me, it was like once I started doing comedy, it opened up the door for so many other things. You know, I was doing comedy, I was hosting shows, I started a comedy course, I started a comedy camp. I had all this different stuff going. Plus, I'm a woman in comedy. And from from experience, it's not easy for us to navigate stages or get spots or get places to perform comedy. And so at one point I had a manager, right? And my manager was trying to get me in clubs, and I couldn't get. They were like, "Well, she's funny, but don't have powers. She's funny, but so it wasn't like he was shopping me around to all these clubs, and it's like they liked me, but I didn't have enough. Followers. Yeah. To get, so it's like after all that happened, I got all these things I'm doing. I'm having to find somewhere to have camp, find somewhere to do this, find somewhere to do. I'm like, man,
renting spaces and stuff.
And I had experience at a comedy club. I'm not gonna say the comedy club name, but I had experience, and I was like, this will never happen to me again. Yeah, I decided
that was local.
Local. I was gonna say it's a comedy club. I had experience, and I said this will never happen.
Never happen again. Yeah.
And so, I literally, like, me and God discussed it and talked about it. I was like, I can't, like, who does that? Like, I can't, like, it's not normal for women to do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm small. I don't like it. What's crazy is when I went looking for a comedy club, I ain't had no money. I was driving around looking for spaces, and I ain't had no money. I'm just driving around.
But you know what you had? You know what you had? Faith.
Yes. And so the spot that I actually have was in between my house and my job.
Yeah.
So I literally was passing this space every day, going to work.
Wow.
I mean, I was looking at it. So I called, the man showed it to me, and I was like, okay, this is cool. He gave me the price. I was like, ugh, okay, well, whatever. And so income tax time come. I'm like, okay, cool. I got taxes. So, I got taxes. So I got, you know what I'm saying? I can put it. And so I'm like, okay, cool. So I talked to the man, boom, I got my taxes. I'm finna get ready to pay the money. And then COVID hits.
Yeah.
COVID hits. And I'm like,
2020.
2020, COVID hits. And I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea. And so I'm like, I don't know about this. So me and God will literally argue every day about me getting this space during COVID. God, why would I open up when the world is closed, shutting down? Like, that don't make sense.
That's a good one.
I'm trying to tell you. And so I talked to the man about my concern. He said, listen, go ahead and sign the lease, and we'll figure things out as COVID approaches. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I paid money, and I signed the lease in April, and I unofficially opened in July.
Wow.
July 2020.
July 2020 was when I unofficially opened. But then I officially opened in January, because when I got this spot, like, I know I'm a comedian. I didn't know anything about service industry and getting a space.
Yeah.
Like, there should be a class that says, well, this is what you should do when you get a space.
Okay, so you can teach that class now.
I don't know
what not to do. Sometimes teaching what not to do is equally as important as teaching what to do.
Inspections and this license and that license and this and that. Like one story I can tell y'all. This gonna really like kind of. Okay, so when I got
look, she's so dramatic.
It's like, man, when I got the space right. Okay, of course I'm a comedy club. So they come out, they look at how many square feet I got. I only got one bathroom. And it's like, well, you don't have a comedy club because you need this, you got that, they say you gotta have this, you gotta have it, you gotta have. I'm like, what you mean I gotta have all this stuff? I ain't got money for all this stuff. And so I start crying. I'm crying, I'm boo-hooing. Because really, it's a comedy club, right? But this is really it's a talent agency.
It's a
talent agency. This is a talent agency, and it doubles as a company view, but its primary purpose is for me to scout out talent and stuff like that. So trying to figure out what I was so I could open, I would call down to the lady called me, and I'm like, she was like, ma'am, you can't open as a comedy club. You got to figure out what you are. And so I'm on the expressway crying. Oh, what a bill! I called. Okay. I'm a comedy school. She was like, no, you're not a comedy school, because to be a comedy school, you got to have ABC, XYZ. Figure out what you up. I called. I'm this. She said, no, you're not, because you got to have this to be that. Figure out what you are. So I'm on the expressway. I'm crying. I called back. Oh, I'm a talent agency. That's what I am. And she says, very good.
Wow.
Says, very good. She said, you are a talent agency. She says, so come,
okay, wow.
She said, so come down here.
Wow.
Paperwork and open up your talent agency.
Wow.
So you are officially a talent agency.
Yeah, so I go down there. I'm gonna tell you, this is what got me. I go down there to get the paperwork, and I said, hey, I'm here to see. I don't remember what her name was. And what blew me away was this little skinny white woman comes walking from the back.
Wow. She was willing to help. Look, that's awesome. But Toya, I got to ask you this before you go, because I know we got to get B on here, because B been sitting there. Yes. So listen, before you go, Toya, I remember vividly you had a Facebook post, and you were about to give up at one point.
Man, that was yesterday. Man. That was yesterday.
You want to give up every day, don't you?
That was yesterday. Every day I be like, you know what? You know what's crazy? Every time something happens to where I make up in my mind, okay, this it. I can't do this no more. This is too much. I can't handle. And it's like something else happens. Like, it's crazy. Like the weekend, like my play was on tour, right? The weekend that we were supposed to go to New Orleans, something happened that I couldn't go. When I tell you I was distraught because my play couldn't go to New Orleans, that same day, the next day, all this stuff happened with these hotel kids. And I ended up having to do all this stuff for these hotel kids and get clothes and shoes, and like I found out that, you know what I'm saying, they weren't eating. So I was so if I had been in New Orleans,
hey.
saying, and so it's like just last Monday, I called my landlord. I'm with my therapist. I called my landlord to tell him, okay, let's go ahead and discuss me shutting down October 1st.
Wow.
That was last Monday.
Wow.
I think you should. He was like, what do you and I talk about what's your purpose and what you're doing in this space, and you just got to do it. I'm like, sir, I'm calling you for the end date, and you talking about you give me pointers on what I should do. I'm like, sir, don't you see I'm behind in rent? Like, I'm behind, like. So it ain't every time I tell myself, okay, this is it, this is the end, I can't do it no more, and I date, something else happens to where I have to be open.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
I'm here to sort clothes for kids that live in hotels, and I got 3 of them in the lobby that just was outside. Can we come in? Of course y'all can come in, because I don't want to be out in the streets. So that's looking over to the side. I'm gonna kill 3 little kids, but I love them. But I'm gonna kill 3 kids.
Yeah.
But So.
Oh man.
So I want her to tell you one more thing, Quinn, before we close out. I just want you to know, and this is just to let the world know how powerful Yams is in this community, because I support you guys. Tell us about how you got some of those plays out of town.
I do a comedy festival here in Memphis called the Memphis Urban Laughs Comedy Festival, right? And I'm gonna say it's important to treat people right, because what happens is at this festival, I have people that come from all over the country to here to do Memphis. And so, like, hey, I want to bring my play to your city. Can you hook me up? Well, some people were like, do you have footage of play? No, I ain't got no footage. I ain't had no money for no cameraman, so no, I ain't got footage. And so they were like, well, do you have a write-up of the play? And I'm like, Alfred did a write-up.
Wow.
So I did that write-up for the play, and that's how I was able to get all these cities to bring my play there with me being an unknown playwright and no video for proof because of her write-up.
My Yams review.
Her Yams review.
Wow.
My Yams review helped her to take her show on the road, literally.
Wow.
You know, she inboxed to tell me that, y'all. For me, it was confirmation that what I'm doing is purposeful in this world and in Memphis, the new Hollywood, you guys.
Awesome.
You know, and I just write them because I want people to know. I feel like the Memphis independent arts and Black arts here don't get the media coverage, not just with the talk shows, but with the reviews. And I'm almost always the only media at these events, you guys, whether it's they're just supporting or doing my lives. It's room for all of us. I just want to be the example, but I did it from my heart. I didn't expect anything. So when she called me back and said that a Yams review helped her to take her show literally on the road, I just knew confirmation comes from other people, from God, you guys. And I'm never going to stop writing those reviews.
Hey, Toya. Hey, and for Toya, man, I love it. Before you go, Toya, if you don't mind, put your information in there, because I put your address in there, but put your information, like what time do you open? What days are you open? Okay. Put that in there, and listen, we're glad you came on. I do not want anybody to feel like we're rushing. I just know Brandon been sitting there.
Thank y'all for you could have not thought about me. You're
the first person I thought about.
Like, I'm gonna lie, sometimes I feel forgotten, or I feel, like nobody don't see me. So it's just like, wait a minute, me? Good gracious.
Hey, me and my wife gonna be getting with you. That's my word. We got you.
And I'm gonna be contacting you soon. I'm ready to do another stand-up performance of stand-up comedy at the Comedy Joint. Yeah, I rocked there 2 years ago, 2 sold-out nights, y'all.
Wow.
Stand-up comedy. Yeah.
Put your information in there, Toya. If you have to put it in the private chat, I'll copy and paste it to the
Thank you.
Hey, but thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. We love you.
Black excellence, baby. Black excellence. Yes.
Brandon.
All righty.
Man, my boy so patient, man. I'm
chilling. I came in late anyway.
Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, Brandon.
We thought you was in rehearsal.
I'm gonna ask you to be patient with me just for a second, because Bianca is still on. So I want to make sure that Bianca gave us all the information. Bianca, did you give us everything? We want to. You good? She said she's good. Okay.
Good.
Hey, we look
forward to that next book. We look forward to your next book, Bianca. Yeah. Okay. We'll have you on Yams too to come talk about it. Okay.
Thank you, Bianca.
Okay.
All right, B.
Brandon. Listen, hey, listen. When we came over to your house, this was because of Brandon's play. That's how I met you. So listen, for all the viewers that don't know, this was the stage play that put me on. When I say Brandon, if this is a word, one of the coldest, right? You know how we talk down south, one of the coldest writers ever. I'm telling you, this dude, Amphra, when we did that play, and you know how I tell everybody the story, but I got to give it over to Brandon in a second. But Amphra, you know how you come off stage and you greet the fans after the play. They take pictures. Because I played this low down judge, Brandon was over there. They were snapping it up. Jay, they snapping it up. Do you know everybody, especially the women, they walked straight past. I was in the corner by myself. That man wrote a script for me that had people not liking me after the play.
They was treating you like Mr. in the Color Purple.
But Brandon, listen, tell us who you are, man, and what you got going and what you do.
Well, my name is Brandon McMillan, creator, writer, director, actor of McMillan Productions. Trying to hit y'all with great content, stage plays, little short films here and there. But yeah, like Clint, like you said, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to use you. And man, you killed that performance. And if they hated you that much, that means that you did your job.
Yes.
You brought those
yes.
words to life.
I mean, he was so believable. Yes. And we're talking, you guys. Brendan, I met you guys all at the same time. I saw him online somewhere, Brandon, and I asked him, could I interview him and introduce myself? I don't think you had ever had a real interview with anyone necessarily.
That was my first interview.
First interview. I'm normally everybody's first interview here in Memphis. And then he wrote a play called Loving Mr. Wrong, you guys. And I think this may have been 2019-ish or something like that, maybe. And so he just told me he was bringing some, some of the cast members. I didn't know he was going to show up with like 5 or 6 sexually chocolate men. I was like, whoa, Lord, have mercy, help me. I call that show Sexual Chocolate. It was Brandon, it was Clinton, it was Prince DJ, who I met for the first time. It was Jay Marion.
The other Jay, he was in it.
Jay Moore?
Jalen Moffitt.
Jalen Moffitt.
Now, Jalen didn't come that night, I don't think.
He wasn't there tonight? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But it was all guys.
Anyway,
it was all guys.
Yeah.
It was all guys. And I had already met Mouthpiece prior to that. I met him about maybe a year earlier. And I didn't know anything about your writing. I hadn't seen any productions of yours, Brandon. I hadn't met any of the guys really, except for Mouthpiece. And Loving Mr. Wrong was the name of the play. And you could have took that in 100 million directions, Loving Mr. Wrong. And it was at the Buckman Theater, I believe, wasn't it?
Buckman, yes.
And you guys, he wrote this play so brilliantly and so believably that it should also be on, it should become a feature film as well, Brandon, because I fell in love with not only you, but your writing, your crafting, the way you craft a story. You need to write books from these too, make some spinoffs from these plays, because you can tell, you can keep it going, trilogies and stuff like that, because the storyline is so complicated and complex, which you can just branch it out to many byproducts of. That's just Loving Mr. Wrong, you guys. And he just finished a production that's gonna do an encore a couple of months ago in July called My Mistress Saved My Marriage. And it was Cannon Center. Brandon, you took Memphis to the highest height.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.
You did.
Man.
Oh my goodness, Brandon. The way you tell a story, and nobody have all the plot twist and the concept that you have. Do you stay up at night and these characters bother you till you get up and write them down and start writing about them? How do they come to you, these ideas?
Y'all, I really can't even say. It's just like, I guess I just have,
it's a lot of things.
All this stuff going on in my head, and it's just, my mind is just racing so much to where I just jot ideas down. jot ideas down. And then once I start writing, I just go back to looking at ideas I wrote down, like, you know what? This is perfect. The whole play is already written in my mind. It just takes time to actually write those words out on paper. Get that dialogue, the conversation.
To bring it to fruition.
Right. So when I thought about The Mistress Saved My Marriage, I thought of maybe like 6 different ways to do that show. Like, I had so many different scenarios, and I chose one, the one that you all saw, and then I ended up changing it again. And like a good friend, Corey, was like, Brandon, I'm telling you, like, how you had it at first, that's the way to go. Because I was going to do it on a whole nother level of making it super Christian, churchy. And Corey talked me out of it. He was like, keep your original idea, Brandon. Yes. And I thank God that I listened to Corey, because
yes, you did. And as a creative person, and you tell me this too, and you tell me this, I found that same thing too. I think that authentic creativity is when it first comes to you and you purge it, right? Mm-hmm. That's the authentic, you start tweaking it because you took somebody else's opinion, or you ask somebody else what they think, and you start getting different ideas. You lose the authenticity of what God gave you in the first place and how it needs to be done. And so we have to stick to really what you call that instinct, that gut feeling, or that creative birth, that original idea. That's the best idea. That's how you're supposed to keep it. You know.
And Alfred, when he wrote the play, like his plays, he is one of them dudes that owns it. Like you can't lose him. Like he knows, okay, you supposed to the point to whereas there was a time we went to Mississippi and did the play because we did the play like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, we did it quite a few times.
One of the characters couldn't play a certain part that started out with him. Brandon stepped right in, knew, came in, act, and still put on the headphones backstage. Okay, you go do. I mean, listen, he owns it.
Yeah, I wear many hats.
Did you take any writing classes, creative writing classes in high school, college?
I've never taken any writing classes. I never took any writing classes. Teachers, English teachers, you know, we used to always have to write essays and stories. Yeah. You know, ever since maybe junior high school, they told me that, hey, you got a creative mind. You may need to try to do something with it. But I thought nothing of it. I thought nothing of it. And I guess after, you know, trying to audition for so many different films and trying to get an agent and out of town being extras in all these movies. Yes, I was trying to act.
You were acting first. Okay.
I was acting first. So, you know, I was traveling to Atlanta, New Orleans, Nashville. If I could be an extra, I'm an extra. If I can work as a production assistant, I'm a production assistant. Anything I could do to get on set, I was doing it. And it was just taking up so much of my time because I didn't live in these cities. So I was like, you know what? Let me take this Tyler Perry route and create my own thing going on here. And so that's when I wrote that first play, Here Come the Jacksons. And I was like, I'm going to start doing these plays. I'm going to make a name for myself. And I said, by the time I do that 5th production, the Mission Save My Marriage was the 4th. I said, by the time I do that 5th production, the world is going to know my name. Like, they going to know who Brandon McHenry is. So you see you know, we at number 4 right now. So by the time this 5th one come along, we're gonna reach some real high heights. I feel like Memphis is going to really get a lot more exposure. I myself, with all the other playwrights, the talented people in Memphis, I feel like we're actually really shining some light on Memphis. The people are going to start checking for us here.
Come on.
They already are, but they really
already are. And I'm going to tell you guys, I had the honor of being Yams Talk Show and Yams 3C. We were live at My Mistress Saved My Marriage down at the Candace Center on, what's that, like June the 8th or something, July the 15th.
July the 15th.
July the 15th, you guys. It was Hollywood down there, was it not?
It looked really good. It was a good.
I mean, I felt like, and everybody that I talked to and interviewed, it was like we had gone to a Hollywood premiere in Hollywood, California. The ambiance of the night, the whole beautiful Candace Center is beautiful. The setup, the professionalism, and then when you go and sit down, it started. I mean, it was not a boring second in the whole play.
Okay.
Not a boring second.
I like to agree with that too. It was really entertaining. I don't think it was a dull moment at all because it was always talking about something funny or something important. You know, that the crowd was just like, oh, they interacting to this. So,
yes. The food was good. The music was good. The vendors was good. And everybody had dressed up. And we did that thing down there. And it was beautiful to know that it was black on black on black on black. It was black.
Hey, Alfred, I'm going to tell you, baby. I'm telling you. I got to tell you this about my guy, too. So, Brandon. When I tell you, as far as one of the coldest writers, see people like him, Chad, Bianca, these people, I mean, just talented. So anyway, Brandon, more than a screenwriter, more than a playwright, more than an actor, Brandon is a people person. Yeah. Because I'm gonna tell you what he do when he get upset with you. When you backstage and you do something you ain't supposed to do, he's not gonna disrespect. This is most you're gonna get out of him. And that's it. Man, you love to work with him. Chad is like that too. But Brandon, a people person, he'll never disrespect you. Man, you love working with the dude, man. You just
Well, Brandon, what you say out of the creative part of it, you know, you got the writing part. I think writing would probably be the easiest part as far as you don't have to manage anybody.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. Then you got the business side, the financial things and bookings and blah, blah, blah. That's a part of management, you know. Then you got the actual cast, which you got to manage personalities. Would you say that would probably be the hardest part of the creative process?
That would be
Okay.
the hardest part because you know everybody already has things going on in their life already, and they're actually, I guess, trusting in me and giving me a shot. Because right now they're giving me a shot, trusting in me that hey, we're gonna take a chance on you and try to be in your production to see how far this can go. And I don't want to take them away from what they're already doing, so I have to work around family, work around jobs, work around you know adults that may be stressed out on things and stuff like that. We've had all types of situations come up over the years that people were dealing with, and you know, as a overseer of this production, I have to try to manage emotions, feelings. You know, if somebody's going through something, I want to try to talk to them and you know let them know like, hey, look, I'm here for you. If you need to take some time off, take some time off. I may be playing four characters in rehearsal. You know, I'm reading for the lady, I'm reading for the husband, I'm reading for the kids. You know, because I know people have things to do.
And that's so that turns into a ministry for you as well, then.
Right, it does. It does. And I feel like this is my ministry.
It is a ministry. Yes, it is. Storytelling is a ministry because it's there's morals, there's healing, there's revelations. You know what I'm saying? All of that creativity is actually from the creator.
Hey, Brandon,
whatever you're creating.
Amber is telling the truth there, man, because I don't know if she knew this, but you told me this story. I believe Jay told me, and there was another person. There was a rehearsal y'all had with Meet the Jacksons, to whereas in rehearsal people were crying.
Wow.
Oh, these four walls.
These four walls, yeah.
These four walls. There was the drama dealing with the domestic violence and the family and the marriage. Yes, like I was literally in rehearsal.
Wow.
And I'm actually doing a part for somebody in the play. I can't remember whose part I was doing.
Yeah.
But I'm actually sitting in rehearsal, directing and being in this, and I'm watching my cast in rehearsal.
Wow.
And it brought me to tears. It brought me to tears.
Wow.
Like it was that emotional, it was that real. And it was so many women that came up to me after that show saying, hey, I was their wife.
Wow.
It was so many guys my age. Hey, I was that teenager that me and my sister, me and my brothers, we raised ourselves.
Ministry.
You know, hey, look, man, I was that man. You know, like I was strung out on drugs, and you know, and like if you saw pictures from the play, you would see men crying. My dad cried.
Wow.
You know, Mouthpiece was the comedian trying to give a little bit of light to the show. He was crying.
Oh
wow.
You need to revive that. You need to revive that and bring it back.
That's definitely one I feel like it should be on Broadway. It should be really toured. It's a serious drama.
Let's
that
make
should
that into
be a film.
existence. Yes.
Yeah, we really
Let me ask
should.
you a question. How does it feel, Brandon? How does it feel as the creator and the writer and the beginning of this? Because it is a ministry, because your gift now blesses all of these people with opportunities to act and write and do costumes and things like that. How does it feel as a creator to see actors bring a vision that you had, that God gave you, to life?
It's really crazy because sometimes the actor brings out something that I didn't even see, that I didn't even vision. You know, I was writing this out and I was thinking like, okay, it's gonna go this way. Then I see this actor do something that blows my mind like that.
Yes.
That is great.
Yes.
So to see them bring it to life, it means a lot to me. Like I'm really like just overly joyed. I'm really like a calm, laid back person, but I'm really excited, burning up in the inside. So like when I saw Clint, matter of fact, I don't even know I've never seen Clint act before.
Wow.
And when I wrote this judge character, I had a certain way I wanted him to be.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Clint, I'm like, this dude, I don't know. He don't look like he can be mean enough. You know, I don't know. He's so nice and chilled and soft-spoken. But when I say Clint, just seeing him act, was this your first play, Clint, or second play? You did some stuff.
This was my second play.
Okay.
Yeah, the second play.
And this is Loving Mr. Wrong, right?
Loving Mr. Wrong. Yeah, so just giving him.
Did he audition for you? Did he audition for you, Clint? Did you audition for him?
Mouthpiece said that, hey, Brandon, I got a guy for you.
Okay.
He'll fit this role. I didn't have
Okay.
hey, came. I remember what I thought about him today. I know he came back. And he came back, and he came back, and he came back. And I'm like, okay, this dude got it. This is the judge. This is gonna be my judge, Judge Phillip.
Wow.
He got it.
And he killed it. And like just to see stuff like that come to life.
Yes.
And for them to react to his acting on stage the way that they did,
Yes.
it brings a lot of joy. It actually makes me seem like a better writer because they start acting and doing all that stuff. So it's like, y'all making me look good because I had no idea it was gonna be this level of acting when it came to it. And so all the professionalism that they showed over the years is good.
As the writer, I mean, you can only give a character so much, you know, personality, conflict, backstory, blah, blah, blah. But it is up to the actor to take your words now and make him or her, that character, human with emotions that you might not be able to just write a document as you're writing it. They have to feel it in their own spirit, what you're trying to convey, and then bring that character to life so nobody sees Clint, but see this evil judge, you know, cheating on his wife and blah, 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 blah. We didn't see Clint, you know what I mean? And so that's what great actors do. They bring what's words to life. They bring characters to life. And you know that when you see someone read your script and they do something, you're like, oh my God, I didn't even plan that.
Right.
That's because they lost your works and connected with the character that you created.
And a lot of times they'll go home and they'll say, hey, AB, I was thinking about this. You know, what you think about this if I do this character? And it's just like, oh, you actually thinking about me when you go home? Like you actually working on this? And it's like they take it so serious.
They take it serious.
They take it so serious.
Yes.
Yes. And I tell them all the time, hey, look, you're actually becoming this person. You being this person. I didn't even see Clint, like you just said. I didn't see him anymore until play was over.
I didn't either.
You know, he didn't break character at all. So seeing those characters do that, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
And Clint, you played a character so opposite of your own personality, right?
Yeah.
You know, and how do you now I'm interviewing you.
Okay.
As an actor, how do you prepare for such a diverse character like you did in Loving Mr. Wrong? Because he was somebody that you probably have seen or known before, but he didn't carry your characteristics.
Me, myself, Amphra, I've never act before until I got grown, but I would do certain things. I would watch TV and I would find myself, even now to this day, doing facial expressions. And and I didn't know I was practicing. So when Brandon gave me the part to give you to answer your question, I went home and like he said, I practiced, but I knew how to turn it off. But it was like, okay, I look in the mirror and it's like, man, is this believable? If it's not believable to me, it's not going to be believable to Amphra. It's not going to be believable to Brandon. So I had to practice that. And the way Brandon directs and the way that he prepares you, it's like, hey, this is how I want you to be. Because he's so professional. It's like, okay, it's not like Clint, you effed up, man. Clint, you messed up. He ain't like that. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing, but I want you to try this. So I would try that. And he helped me to become that character. So to answer your question, I had a lot of help from Brandon and from some of the cast members. Yeah.
Yes. So Brandon, then you have to deal with, are you writing with a set design in your head, or do you, that whole, the production process, not the writing part, once you've gotten the script down and blah, 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 are you envisioning as you write how you want the stage to be set, the stage design?
I don't know, not the stage design, but I do know I write as if, okay, where are they going to be as far as the setting? I don't know what the stage is going to be.
On the setting, okay.
Yes. So I just think about, okay, they're going to be outside, or they'll be in the living room. And this particular play, the Mr. Say My Marriage, I want to create a sing it. Locally.
You're breaking up real bad, Brandon.
You hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. You were breaking up bad. It's your earpiece.
What about now?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's better now?
Yeah.
It's better?
Oh yeah, a lot better.
Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, so basically, I knew I wanted to.
That last set design at Cannon Center, boy, that bedroom, it looked like a house. You could not tell that was a set design.
Yeah, like
it was beautiful.
I said I wanted to push the bar, and I wanted to take us to another standard of, you know, what these shows should look like. So they won't look at us like as if we're local. Like, hey, we're local, but this is professional, you know. So
and what it did, I got to see the clips of the actual, because you had Marketability to shoot the video for it, right? And I saw it, and it did not even the cinematography that he did, that Calvin did on it. You guys, if you release it as a movie or on YouTube or any platform, you would never know you were on a stage. It was shot like it was a movie.
Oh yeah, it was nice. The quality of this video was
brilliant.
Really good. Yeah, Calvin.
The quality was brilliant. The cinematography, y'all, it was. And then the other beautiful part, and I'm giving you your flowers because I'm going to be interviewing them again because he's having an encore presentation of My Mistress Saved My Marriage on October the 1st, right?
Right.
At the Memphis. Tell us at the
University of Memphis, the Rose Theater at the University of Memphis.
Yes, and you guys, you got to come out and see it, you guys, because if you say there's nothing to do in Memphis, the New Hollywood, you living under a rock.
Come on.
You know, they throw some dirt on top of you because you dead.
So many talented people doing stuff almost every weekend. Plays, shows, comedy shows, and stuff like that.
Comedy shows, poetry, everything.
Yeah, so I salute all the creatives, and I just hope we just continue to keep pushing that bar and making Memphis great.
Exactly.
Yes, and exposing. When I say exposing who we are, living in our purpose, in our using our gifts, you guys. But what I do love that in the people that I've interviewed and the people that I've made contacts is we're family. So let's support each other.
Exactly.
Let's the thing about it seems like it's a lot of us, but it's really not enough of us because we have so many events going on. Everybody's busy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody can't make a single thing, but you can share. You can tell people about it. You can, patronize it if you can. You guys, there's so many ways to share and support and help each other. That's the only way we're going to become the greatest city of Memphis in the performing arts and overall. But we've got to reach out and help somebody, share information. If you know how to help somebody, give some tips, some critique, be open to critique. Positive critique, you know what I'm saying? So we can all improve and get better, you guys. I love being back home in Memphis, my hometown. We are the new Hollywood, baby.
I'm telling you, Brandon. I put your information and your link in the public comments as well, man. People, like Memphis say, man, look, if people are still saying it ain't nothing to do in Memphis, you're not looking. I'm telling you. You got people like Brandon sitting out here, man.
We gonna bring some entertainment for you, especially McMillan Productions. Like this show.
Yes.
This show is this probably the best show I've written. Far as like the story, like it's just wild, funny. Also, still reaching some good topics that people discuss. Like I've had so many wives come up to me and say, "Hey, after your play, my husband and I had a good conversation on the way home. We had a lot to talk about on the way home." And I'm like, I hope I didn't cause any problems. No. Great, good conversation. It was good. They left this place saying that they had talked about things that they never talked about in their marriage.
Open dialogue.
They were able to have an open dialogue. Yes. From some of the topics we talked about in the play, you may have never thought about speaking these things to your husband or your wife.
Yes.
And it just opened up the door to say, you know what you think about this? How you feel?
Wow.
And it's a great feeling that it didn't cause any problems. It's called The Mistress Saved My Marriage, but it did not cause any problems. Everybody talked to me and said, hey.
No, it was healing and therapeutic. And it was an honest approach at it. Like people don't have to fall out and kill each other. We can all get along in this world, And then the other beautiful thing about My Mistress Saved My Marriage is that you've done this great production with less than 10 characters.
I've learned how to do plays with
keep it low
cast now. Yeah, so We had
Yeah, he told a brilliant story, you guys, with under 10 actors. It probably about eight actors, maybe.
8 actors total, yes.
Yeah, and it was not a boring moment in it. If you went to the bathroom, you missed something.
For sure. Because we got the comedy, we got the drama, we got the sexiness. I wanted to bring something, to the stage. In Loving Mr. Wrong, we made it a little spicy. But in the Mr. Save My Marriage, it got real serious. They got real serious.
And he had the fabulous.
Oh man.
All the guys, Jay Marion, which I've crowned the ghost of Memphis.
He's the ghost of Memphis.
Had Mike Love.
Suave guys. Those 2 suave guys.
Right. I love then you had Tremaine
Morgan. Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Tremaine was so good. Then Erskine. Oh my God.
Yeah, my boy Irk. He carried that show with so much humor, so much comedy, and he just took it to another. I saw him in Terrell Munger's play, Something That You Can Feel. And,
wow, that was just recently.
Yeah, he just did that recently at he did that at the Cannon Center as well.
At the Cannon Center,
and
so, I wanted to make
Shantae Brown, who played in the play as well, also Erica Hull.
Fabulous.
They killed it. And I saw those 3 in the play.
Okay.
And the characters that I wrote in The Mystery Save My Marriage was so similar to the ones that they were doing on stage. I could not see anybody else but them.
So you hadn't casted
I hadn't cast it yet. So I just reached out to, I want to say Shantae first.
Okay,
and I was
she
just
was excellent.
I would love for you all to read for these parts. And once they came, I was like, okay, y'all got the part the first day. As soon as I heard them open their mouths, and Irk killed it from day one. So
he got a bright future.
Bright future.
Wow.
And it's like I keep getting blessed with all of these people to do these shows, and I'm so nervous, I'm so scared. But then once I see how talented they are, I just get more and more comfortable day by day.
Yes.
Like from Mouthpiece, from Delvin Brown, from Jay Johnson to Clint to Irk. And Jay Marion, Jay Marion is gonna be my guy. He's been in every production I've done. So
yes, he said,
like they make me feel so comfortable with doing this play. So I salute them.
Hey Brandon, promise me this one thing, man. When you do what Amber say and put this into a real TV thing or a real movie, put me in one of them, man. I want to.
I got you.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna make my return, man.
And look, y'all, I've been.
Can we just? I like to engage the audience. You guys,
come on.
Okay? Bianca Truderi says, "Hey Bianca." Chaz, he says, "Hey Chad." Jay Moore says, "Do your thing, AD." I don't know who that is. Let's see. Benjamin Lewis says, "Hey y'all."
Ben, what's up, man?
Yes, you guys. Yes.
Calvin.
Yes, you guys. So Brandon, my mistress say my marriage will be the encore presentation is on October the 1st, and then after that in December you're taking the on tour down to Birmingham, right?
Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery.
We're coming to Montgomery with the white chairs, y'all. We're coming with the white chairs. So,
you know what? Just for Montgomery, you may need to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, we're about to tweak it a little bit and put one on the white chairs.
Let Mike Love take that chair, hit Jay with it, or vice versa.
That'll be perfect.
Oh man, I can see Mike Love doing. I told you not to be messing with me.
You should do that just for them.
And I want to say one thing about Mike Love. Mike Love had the smallest part. He had the smallest part in his play, but it was so big. And when he came on stage, I told him, I said, Mike, like this, you got 2 minutes to be big. And when I saw him in rehearsal the first time, he just got that scariness in him, to where it's like he's a big guy. He got that voice. He can talk strong. And when his presence came out on stage, like that audience just was blown away. So
and nobody expected it.
They didn't expect it.
He told me later on, he's like, Efra, we went through the ceiling tonight, didn't we? I said, y'all did.
Yeah, he killed it. He killed it.
Wonderful. Bravo. Bravo. It was a night to be. I was high for about 2 weeks. I had to call Brandon up the next day or so. Like, Brandon, I just want to tell you personally that you just took Memphis to the strip on this production. Has been the one that that we are, and the confirmation that yes, we are the new Hollywood. We are writing, directing, producing, acting, creating our own futures, without selling our souls. We're helping each other, we're growing, we're sharing, and we're selling out venues, y'all. The next goal is to have our own Black theater right here in Memphis, the new Hollywood,
And that is a dream of mine to try to get us a theater here. I feel like we need that. We must have that. We need our own.
It's everything. We can sell our own tickets at our own venues, book our own things. It's
merchandise, everything.
Everything, you guys. And we're talking and we're speaking it into existence right here on the Clint Speaks show, along with the Yams Talk show with Brandon McMillan of Macmillan Production, you guys. Memphis is the new Hollywood. So let it be written. So let it be spoken. So let it be done.
Let it be done.
And I want to just piggyback on what you said, like, we actually could really get there with the support of everybody. Like you said, a lot of people have a lot of things going on, but like, we can make these productions bigger. We can get us more exposure, but we need the support. We need the support. We need people to spread the word. We need people to share it, comment on it. If you've been to a play, tell people how much you loved it. You want to make a donation or something, buy a t-shirt or, just really come to these shows and really like help us grow, because that's the only way that we really can grow.
Come on.
Looking for sponsors. If you know somebody that's willing to sponsor, just you can say, hey, Brandon, hey, look, these people over here got this business. Like, any little thing helps. Any little thing helps.
And every little thing is appreciated.
It's appreciative. It really is.
We appreciate it, you guys, because we all we got.
Come on.
But hello, we all we need. We all we got, but we all we need. And we just need to support each other. Understand that, keep the money circulating within the community, right? That's in everything. Support Black on Black on Black, y'all.
Come on. Listen, if y'all don't understand, this is the type of stuff that excites Amber. So me and Amber talked last night. Brandon, we just had to break the conversation. When I said, okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to bring. She was like, hey, let's do it. And we were so excited because, man, listen, Brandon, you a humble guy.
Yes, he is.
If you could see what we see when we see you, Chad, Princeton, AD, and the Biancas, and when we see these people, man, it's like, man, you, Brandon, it's like, man, I don't even know if they understand how powerful they are. I don't know. And I know people talk about our acting, but we can't do it without y'all putting it on paper first. And people just don't understand, man. It is a lot to do in here in Memphis. It is a lot to do. Like you said, Brandon, every weekend there's somebody got something going on.
Right.
Comedy, plays. And you can go on YouTube and find people's channels and see web series. And man, and Amber, it's gonna go bigger from here, because I'm telling y'all heard it here with me and Amber and Brandon. Y'all gonna start seeing a lot of Memphis on TV, and it's gonna kill Tubi.
Right.
Oh, definitely.
It's gonna kill Tubi. Y'all gonna think y'all watching Channel 5. Y'all think y'all watching HBO or Cinemax or something. I'm serious. Memphis is gonna come up. I'm telling y'all what I've been hearing. Now, hey Brandon, me and Alpha do podcasts and we do lives and interviews, and people talk to us. Trust me, it's gonna be some stuff here in Memphis. Tyler Perry. It's gonna look like some Tyler Perry stuff here. I'm telling you, it's coming.
It already is, you guys. But the reason why and we're gonna get ready to close here, y'all, because I have work to do. The reason why Memphis is a new Hollywood, and I crowned us the new Hollywood. It's not that we're trying to emulate or be Hollywood. We're our own Hollywood. We are writing, directing, producing, and creating our own visions and products and productions without selling our souls or giving up our rights to our creative and intellectual property, you guys. The bigger lesson that we're teaching here is to believe in yourself, number one. Yeah. Right? Follow your dreams, live your purpose. The money will come, and it is coming. But understand that opportunities are currency. You need an opportunity to showcase your work, to do what you got to do, you know. And once you start to walk in your purpose and live your purpose, and you stay focused, here's where we are. We would not have met if we had never been walking and living in our gifts and our purpose. You guys, you get what I'm saying? So I'm telling you that Memphis is a new Hollywood because we're doing it our way, right? We're doing it our way.
I'm not coming behind that.
You're doing it God's way. We're doing it God's way. You don't need all the other things. You got to have a good credit, and you got to have this. You got faith. You got talent. You got a belief in God, and most of all, you got a belief in yourself.
Come on. Alfred, I ain't coming behind that. So, Brandon, before you go, man, before we close out, tell them once again when and where your next play is going to be. What time?
Okay, Sunday, October the 1st, 2023, 5 p.m. The Mistress Saved My Marriage will be showing at the University of Memphis, the Rose Theater. University of Memphis Rose Theater. Y'all can purchase tickets on McMillanProductions.com.
All right. McMillanProductions.com.
McMillanProductions.com. Yes. This is a show that you don't want to miss.
Yes.
This is a show that's going to be exciting. It's going to be sexy. It's going to be drama. It's going to be some funny. So I appreciate all the support, y'all. Thank you. Keep supporting. And y'all support helps me to build up that next new actor that wants to come up, because these actors get paid. They're getting a shot, getting an opportunity they might not get out of town somewhere.
Say that.
And you just never know how far this can go.
Say it right.
Basically, by somebody just getting that first shot. I just need somebody to give me that first chance of getting that experience and that exposure on stage. And you wouldn't believe how many people have thanked me, like Brandon. Yeah. Man, I just feel like because of you, like I'm gonna go take this thing on to a whole nother level. And even if I never make it to the Tyler Perry level, it's gonna be so many people that I know that I help. And it just feels good that I help so many people. You know, I've employed people behind the scenes, you know, on screen, like the camera people, graphic design people, actors, you know. So it's a lot of people that are prospering, you know, off of this show,
off your dream.
Off my dream. So I'm living in my purpose.
That's right.
With my gift, and it's helping others live in their gift as well. So y'all, thank y'all for y'all support, so I can continue to help others operate in their gift. I got that from Princeton too. So
Princeton
I got that from Princeton. So it's
operating your gift, y'all.
Come on, man.
I'm operating in my gift. Clint's operating in his gift, you guys. But the beautiful thing that Princeton just told us earlier, you hadn't come on yet, the gift ain't for you. It's for the world.
Come on.
It's for the world. It ain't for you.
Hey, Brandon, I got to tell y'all this before we go.
Okay.
Me and my wife, we was in Bath and Body Works.
Okay.
And this young lady was checking us out, man. And she looked at me. She said, "I know you." I was like, "Me?" So De'Ara looking. I'm like, she said, "No, I saw you on stage. I saw your stage play." And I'm like, "Which one was it?" She said, "You was that low down judge." I was like, "Wow." Look, that has happened to me twice, man. So thank you, Brandon. Seriously, man. Thank you, man. We appreciate you. And look,
that's what I like to hear right there. That's what I love.
It's happened to me twice, man. So I thank you, Afra, tonight. Thank you. Thank you for keeping your word. Thank you for being excited. Everybody that came on, thank you all for tuning in. Look, Brandon, Afra, I love you guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I make one nice announcement? I'm going to be making the big announcement on Sunday. Yams is having a Yams Black Excellence Gala.
Wow.
December the 30th. At the Candlelight Ballroom on Park Avenue. It's Black-owned ballroom. I'm inviting all the guests. I can only get 200 people. I got to sell 200 tickets. I've interviewed thousands of people. It's a night of Black excellence, you guys. I'm going to perform. We're going to have some good music, some good food. I want you to get dressed up. We're going to have a good time. I'm going to show appreciation to people that I've interviewed. It's not an award show just yet. I'm coming with a award show next year. But to come out, tickets is $100, you guys. We're gonna do our New Year's Eve. You know, it's not New Year's Eve, the 30th. come on out. I'm gonna have tickets on sale coming this Sunday. I'm gonna come on talk about it for the new season of the Yams Talk Show, you guys. So I want you guys to come. I only got 200 spots, so the first 200 people, get through the door, we're gonna have a good time. Yeah,
awesome. Great time. That's what's up, y'all. Listen,
let's all get together and meet each other. I don't know, when I did the Yams live with the studio audience, people love that. I'm trying to get on, get to that point again, with live audience. But right now it's December the 30th, the Yams Black Excellence Gala. Put on your red dress and your high shoes and come on out and party with Yams.
I'm telling you. Well, hey, y'all, it's been an awesome night. I know everybody got to get to work tomorrow. So listen, Brandon, Amber, love you guys. Thank y'all for coming on.
Love y'all.
You all have a great rest of your night, and thank you again. Y'all see y'all later.
Thank you.
All right, peace.
I just hit leave up here. Yeah, okay, leave. Bye, Brandon. I see you. Brandon, I see you on the